This is Cosmic Mirror. I am Orion. In this space where stars meet silence, we meet again. Most people believe that pregnancy marks the beginning of a new life. But from a deeper spiritual perspective, something far older is awakening. It is not merely the forming of a body. It is the opening of a portal. Pregnancy is not just the nurturing of life. It is the becoming of a channel. A spiritual axis that connects heaven and earth, stretches across time itself. Your body begins to shift. Your emotions swell like tides. Your dreams become vivid and strange. Sometimes you may feel something not entirely yours is gently moving through you. In this episode, we will step into the deeper truth behind this experience. What happens in your field when a soul begins to draw near? How does pregnancy awaken not only the womb, but your entire multi-dimensional energy body? What ancestral imprints, unresolved emotions, and sleeping memories begin to surface, gather, and reorganize within your aura? This is not just the arrival of a child. It is your return to a deeper version of yourself. Chapter 1. You did not just conceive a life. You opened a portal. People often say that pregnancy is a miracle of life. But few truly understand that it is not merely the beginning of a new life. It is you, as a conscious being, becoming fully open during this time. It is not only a physical expansion. It is the quiet opening of a multi-dimensional portal within your body. We are used to thinking of pregnancy as a child entering the body. But we often overlook a deeper spiritual mechanism. Even before the soul fully anchors, your energy field has already been reshaped by its approaching frequency. In spiritual anatomy, the body is not a single physical structure. It is a weaving of many levels and layers of energetic fields. The etheric body is the first layer of life force. It determines whether you are truly able to become a container. At the beginning of pregnancy, this layer begins to vibrate softly. Like a seed being awakened, it begins to expand outward. Next is the emotional body. It flows like water, becoming unstable, sensitive, easily triggered. This is not weakness. It is your emotional frequency field, clearing space for the emotional experience of another soul. And the astral body, the layer connected to dreams, the subconscious, and the soul's trajectory. Before the child has taken form, your astral body is already beginning to overlap and shimmer with the incoming soul. You may dream of stars, water, spheres of light, flying, or strange beings. These are not dreams. They are rehearsals for the first meeting between two souls. At this stage, you are not simply carrying another life. You're already being rewired and reshaped by its frequency. And this process is irreversible. Once the portal is opened, you are no longer the version of yourself you were. Even before you know you were pregnant, you've already become a portal in energy. Chapter 2. Why are your emotions so intense? You're clearing what is not yours. You may be going through a phase like this. Calm one moment, tears flooding the next. Just seconds ago you were laughing, and then something small pierces you deeply. You might wonder, is there something wrong with my emotions? Am I becoming too sensitive? But from a deeper spiritual structure, emotional fluctuations during pregnancy are not instability. They are the energy field actively cleansing itself. When a soul is preparing to enter your body, your entire system of awareness, energy channels, and emotional circuits begin a phase of clearing. You must make space for its arrival. That means what is not truly yours must first be moved out. These parts that are not you often lie buried in the oldest places. Sometimes they are not even your personal experiences. They are emotional imprints passed down through your mother, grandmother, and generations of women before you. Their unspoken sadness, their unshed tears, their unresisted injustices may all be seeking release through your womb, so you may find yourself crying, not knowing why. It is not your problem. You are weeping for a collective, letting out a silence long held. Your body is becoming a healing field for ancestral energies. In this moment, you are not only pregnant, you are the point of convergence for 3 generations of feminine consciousness. Your mother above you, your child within you, and their awareness meeting inside you. Soul arrives through this convergence. So, emotional waves are not random. They're echoes of the portal being opened, the feelings you have suppressed, avoided, redirected, forgotten. Now find a place to rise to the surface. You may feel tired, you may want to withdraw. But please remember, emotion is not the obstacle. Emotion is energy saying, something is leaving, something is being born. What you are clearing is not just the past. You are preparing a clean, open, luminous path for a soul to come through. This is not weakness. It is a deeply hidden and sacred force in motion. What are the signs of this clearing? During the opening of the energetic portal in pregnancy, the following experiences are not anomalies. They are natural signs of the energy field cleansing itself. Emotions arise suddenly without a clear reason. You may burst into tears from a piece of music or feel anxious and unsettled without cause. Past memories come back with unusual clarity. Childhood experiences may feel vividly present, even painfully so. Intense emotions appear in dreams. You may cry, reconcile with someone, or become trapped in an emotional whirlpool, then wake up feeling strangely light. You become extremely sensitive to things you once overlooked. The subtle tones of speech or tension in relationships now sound harsh and unavoidable. Emotions that are not yours begin to move through you. You sense that you are grieving for someone else, releasing something ancient and not your own. This is not confusion. It is your body saying, I am making space. How should we respond to these waves of emotion? You do not need to suppress, analyze, or solve these emotions because they are not problems. They are passing through. What you are truly being called to do is to allow yourself to become a point of passage. You can support yourself gently in these ways. Allow yourself to cry without needing a reason. Close your eyes, breathe deeply. Say to yourself, I allow this to move through me. Speak softly or write down your feelings. Even a few words can give your emotions somewhere to land. Take warm baths or receive body work. Let your body become an anchor. Help it catch and hold what is being released. Place both hands on your womb and speak inwardly. We are here together. I welcome what comes. I release what must go. Use your breath to connect with yourself. On each inhale, imagine, I accept myself as I am. On each exhale, imagine, I let go of what no longer belongs to me. Please remember, you are not trying to control your emotions. You are learning how to become a vessel through which all things can flow. And this is the true meaning of becoming a portal. Chapter 3. Dreams, Intuition, and Visions. You are connecting not only with your child, but with higher frequencies of consciousness. After becoming pregnant, many people say, my dreams became strange. My senses became sharper. My intuition seemed to know things I couldn't explain. Most often they say it lightly, it must be the hormones. But from a spiritual level, this is not a side effect of hormones. It is your energetic body entering a state of openness and connecting with higher dimensions of consciousness. The moment you became pregnant, your body did not only receive an embryo, your astral body began receiving, attuning, and aligning. Preparing points of contact for the soul data approaching. That is why you may begin to dream of spheres of light, open skies, flight, and unfamiliar yet familiar architecture. Dialogues and languages you don't speak, yet somehow understand. Glimpses of the future, loved ones who have passed, or beings from beyond this world. Sometimes these dreams are not dreams. They're messages your astral body is receiving from another space. They are the echo of your child's energetic field coming closer, and also the awakening of your own soul's perception. Pregnancy opens you, and this opening is not just physical expansion. It is a lifting of the frequency of your consciousness. You are not only receiving a child, you are beginning to receive whispers from a higher intelligence. In many ancient civilizations, pregnant women were seen as those closest to the divine. They were viewed as people who walked between worlds, able to receive visions, prophecies, spiritual instructions, and divine signs in dreams. But in the modern world, we have forgotten this gift. We attribute everything to biology. Stop listening to those quiet but very real frequencies beyond the body. In truth, during pregnancy, you may be tuning into several layers of conscious language. Messages from your child's soul, projected into your dreams, intuitions, and meditations, even before arrival. Reminders from your higher self or spiritual guides. You suddenly understand something. Change a decision. Know your next step. Information that pierces through from the collective field. Your perception of the world becomes blurred but deep. Your grasp of certain truths becomes strikingly clear. This is not illusion. This is not paranormal. This is you, as part of the portal, rejoining the current of cosmic information. In your dreams, your intuitions, your visions, are the very first ways you begin to hear them. Chapter 4. The womb is the part of your body closest to the cosmos, in the vastness of the universe. Every celestial body is born from a point of convergence in darkness. An invisible vibration begins to pulse, gradually giving rise to form, energy, structure, and time. And within your own body, your womb is just such a space, seemingly empty, but holding limitless potential. In spiritual traditions, the womb is called the sacred container in the dark. It's the only organ in the body that can create a universe. The altar within a woman, not just because it can carry life, but because it is a core center where consciousness is projected into form. It is the place in your body closest to the original point of creation. When you become pregnant, this center of vibration begins to operate in an entirely new way. The womb is no longer only yours. It becomes a channel of collective consciousness. Its frequency affects not only your physical body, but also your dreams, intuition, aura, and interactions with others. Some women say, "I feel like I'm glowing." It is not an illusion. It is the energetic field of the womb emitting light. This is also why, during pregnancy, you may find yourself becoming more attuned to other people's emotions, more drawn to solitude and silence, more protective of something you cannot quite name, more sensitive to certain energetic environments, such as noise, chaos, or hostility. That is because your womb is resonating with a greater system of consciousness. You are not vibrating alone. You are in wave dialogue with the cosmos. In Taoist tradition, the womb is called the gate of the mysterious feminine. Profound upon profound, the gateway to all mysteries. It means that all things hidden, all life, all manifestation, originate in this opening that is both empty and full. And right now, you're in the state of that gate fully open. Your body's entering portal mode. Not for something to come into you from the outside, but for you to become a conduit for the cosmos itself. How can you reconnect with the sacredness of your womb? This reconnection is not complicated. You do not need advanced techniques or elaborate rituals. You only need to begin listening, begin speaking, begin staying with it. You can try the following. Spend 3 minutes each day. Place your hands on your lower belly. Close your eyes. Say to your womb, "I am here. I am listening." When you feel confused, gently ask it, "What do we need?" Let the answer arise. Do not demand it. While bathing or resting at night, imagine that within your womb is a quiet, starry sky. A single light pulses gently, is your center of the universe. Do not rush to control the womb's response. It does not speak, but it resonates. You need only bring yourself back there. Chapter 5. The soul's gradual descent into the womb. There is a question many people have silently asked themselves. When does the soul actually enter the body? Is it at the moment of conception? When the fetal heart begins to beat? The night before birth? Or perhaps it never truly left? In spiritual traditions, there is no single answer to this question, because the soul's arrival is not simply a matter of entering a space. It is a layered, phased, gradual approach. You can imagine it like this: a beam of light from higher consciousness, passing through multiple trembling veils, slowly drawing near to the sacred vessel within your body, the womb. 3 phases of soul descent. Phase 1, pre-projection. Resonant frequency, around the time of conception. Even before a pregnancy test turns positive, you may already sense a presence. You might dream of babies, stars, water, or unfamiliar but comforting conversations. You begin to feel interactions beyond your physical body. This is not imagination. It is the soul's projected frequency, gently vibrating against your astral field. The soul does not crash in. It waits for you to hear it. Phase 2. Layered approach. Conscious synchronization. As the embryo begins to develop, the soul gradually moves through the astral body, then the emotional body, then the etheric body, and finally toward the physical form. It is attempting a slow descent, It first lingers just outside your dreamscape, then quietly stirs reflections on life, motherhood, and identity. Next, it moves into your emotional field. You begin to feel sadness, joy, or peace that do not seem to be your own. Eventually, it weaves through your etheric body, tuning itself to the light grid of your form. At this stage, it is still only partially present. It is not yet fully settled. Phase 3. Anchoring the imprint. Energetic integration. In the later months of pregnancy, especially between the 7th and 9th month, the soul often completes its anchoring into the physical channel. It embeds a core imprint into the energy matrix of the fetus, and you, the mother, are also rewritten by its frequency. This is why many mothers say, "As I neared birth, I felt completely different," because it is not just your body that has changed. On the level of soul, you have been rewritten by a consciousness. The soul does not simply enter, it weaves. We are used to thinking of the soul as something that enters the body, but a more accurate description is this: the soul is gradually weaving a pathway between body, time, and destiny, and the blueprint of that entire pathway is drawn within your womb. In Taoist systems, the womb is not merely a biological organ. It is known as the place where spirit is stored, a space where the soul and the messages of heaven and earth interlock and are exchanged. In Hermetic traditions and certain tantric lineages, pregnant women are known as multi-dimensional transfer stations. Their bodies are not simply carriers. They are assisting the soul in leaping through dimensions and frequencies. So please remember, your body is not just a container. It is a nodal point in the multidimensional cosmos. The soul is not waiting to land. It is waiting to see if you are ready to resonate with it. Chapter 6. Pregnancy Rituals in Eastern Traditions and Western Mystical Lineages. In modern society, pregnancy is often seen as a time for cautious physical care. But in more ancient spiritual traditions, pregnancy was never just a biological event. It was the activation of a cosmic ritual. In the East, especially in Taoist inner alchemy, the womb is known as the gate of the mysterious feminine. It is not only the meeting place of yin and yang, it is the gate to the divine. Once this gate opens, the woman becomes a conduit of celestial energy between heaven and earth. In ancient temples or remote Taoist sanctuaries, if a practitioner sensed that a woman was pregnant, they would often distance themselves, not out of taboo, but because the energy field of a pregnant woman was too powerful. She had become a natural relay station for cosmic forces. Any energy near her would be amplified, reflected, transmuted in the Tibetan Vajrayana tradition. Pregnancy is called the unfolding of the great compassionate mother. It is seen as a conscious ritual shared between the mother and the soul of the unborn. During this time, the mother's thoughts, actions, words, and aura are written directly into the reincarnational imprint of the child. This is why Vajrayana teachings emphasize that a pregnant woman should avoid killing, avoid emotional extremes, speak with care, stay away from disturbed or heavy places, because she is no longer just herself. She is now a carrier of a soul, of a lineage, of a seed of consciousness. In Western Hermetic traditions, there is a similar view. In alchemical symbolism, the pregnant woman is the vessel of spiritual gold. Gold is not the final goal. It is the one stage in the alchemical process that cannot be rushed. One of the sacred rules of the alchemist is this: do not disturb the pregnant. She is conducting a sacred natural experiment. What spiritual rituals did these traditions leave for pregnancy? The following practices were once regarded as sacred disciplines in various cultures. Morning stillness. Each morning, wash your hands with clean water. Close your eyes. Turn inward. Feel into the womb. Write down the sensation of today as it is. Purification of speech. Speak carefully during pregnancy. Avoid words born of anger or fear, for what is spoken may form. It may disturb the energy of the soul in the womb. Scent and breath alignment. Burn natural plant incense such as argar wood or sandalwood. Sit in stillness. Let the fragrance harmonize your energy with the child's. Dream journaling. Dreams are seen as channels of soul communication. Pregnancy dreams are often real transmissions. Write them down daily for future reflection. Speaking to the unborn, before sleep, whisper inwardly. Welcome the child. Tell them what changed today. Let them know they are not alone. These are not religious acts. They are ancient responses to the deep energetic shifts occurring during pregnancy. Born from a sensitivity our ancestors never lost, and we have forgotten the sacredness of it all. Modern life has returned pregnancy to the hospital, to obstetrics, to nutrition, to prenatal music. But we have forgotten. Pregnancy is not just the making of a body. It is the alchemy of consciousness. When you are pregnant, you are not entering a special state, you are becoming a moving altar. Wherever you go, your field carries resonance. Whatever you say, your words carry frequency. Whatever you feel, the universe reflects it back. So please know, you are not merely the one being protected. You are the one unfolding the ritual. Chapter 7. You too are being reborn. Perhaps you once thought that pregnancy meant welcoming a new life, that your life from then on would revolve around another being. But have you noticed what truly begins to change is not the outer world. It is you. You are not simply giving birth to a child. You too are being born again. During pregnancy, your body is not just expanding in space. Your consciousness is softening, shifting, reshaping, and being reborn. You begin to face parts of yourself you never touched before. You begin to ask again, who am I? You even begin to feel the world, relationships, and destiny in entirely new ways. This is the true meaning of an energy portal opening. It is not just a soul passing through you, it is you, becoming yourself again through that passage. Every pregnant woman is a double traveler in spirit. She is guiding one soul into the world, and guiding herself out of an old skin, breaking, shifting, being reborn. Child comes to incarnate. You come to return to your place. You thought you were becoming a mother, but in truth, you are becoming the real you, not because you were given a new role, but because you have passed through. A revelation of the soul moving through the body, a metamorphosis of consciousness across the path of life. Dear traveler, in today's journey, we saw together how the body becomes a portal, how emotion becomes a language of release, how the womb becomes a resonance point of the cosmos, and how you, within all of this, are quietly being reignited. Please remember gently, you are not going through a change. You are becoming a deeper version of who you truly are. If today's sharing touched a quiet place in your heart, feel free to leave a note in the comments. Your reflection may be exactly what another soul traveler is waiting to hear. You can also subscribe to Cosmic Mirror. Let these slow unfolding whispers continue to accompany you. If you wish, like this video, or save this journey. Sometimes, on the second listen, a different light appears. On the spiritual path, we are never alone. I am Orion. See you next time.